I know it's January, we're past the festive season, but I've had these for quite some time. Hashtag Recups. All year round. Anyway, this is going to be one of these New Year, New Me positivity and light videos. No, I don't think so. And I think that if anybody knows me, they know me well enough. I'm not that person. First of all, I would like to say Happy New Year though, and if you are returning, welcome back and thank you very much. If you are new, well done. You are now maybe one of 5 people that possibly watch my videos. But in saying that, I am thrilled if anybody watches these videos and enjoys them and gets something out of them and just generally thinks, yeah, you know what, I kind of feel like that too, because that's generally why I watch YouTube videos, because I watch them and think, yep, I know where you're coming from. Anyway, so this is a Happy New Year and welcome to 2019 video. It is the 8th of January today. I am filming this a week overdue, but needless to say, I think you get a bit of a extra life, do-over, a reset, a reboot, whatever you want to say, turn the computer on and off again in the first week of January. So we're getting it today. Basically, I'm here to kind of give you a bit of a, I'm sorry I didn't film anything else at the end of last year, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all, and I don't mean that in a bad way. If you see my tripod moving, it's because I have a new addition to my household who is now climbing in the bin. Excuse me. And she's so cute. Look at her. This is Pebbles. I don't know if the camera will focus on her, and I don't know if she'll stay still enough. Say hello. Looking in the camera? Oh, there you are. So that is what the rustling is. If you hear any rustling in this video, please excuse it. I'm sorry if it annoys you, but it's a kitten, like, for God's sake. So it's not really an apology for not filming stuff at the end of last year. It's more of a, here's a reason why I didn't do it. I'm not apologising because I don't feel I have anything to apologise for, and as I said, 5 or 6 people might watch my video, maybe even less than that. So, I mean, who am I really apologising to? The long and short of it is, the reason I started filming myself talking about things and then started putting things on YouTube initially was because just coming up on 2 years ago, my dad passed away very suddenly. I think I've maybe mentioned it previously in some videos, kind of briefly, but really and truly that's the reason I started doing it. I filmed myself talking about my feelings, talking about different things, talking about my health, and then I'd watch it back and kind of trying to evaluate what I was saying, trying to make sense of what I was saying. And I've always watched YouTube in the sense of watching beauty videos, lifestyle videos. I've always done that anyway. So I quite like talking about that kind of stuff. I got into the habit of talking to my camera, hoping that actually, do you know what, there's more people out there that have similar opinions to me, and that's why I started doing it. So I'm not sitting here excusing it as if it's a job and I've not brought a certain amount of entertainment to anybody, or that I've missed out on things and anybody would be annoyed at me. So I always feel really sorry for people if they come on, be it an absolute YouTube superstar or be it someone who's, you know, just got a smaller following, and they come on and they say, I'm really sorry I didn't get a video out this week. At the end of the day, life happens. People know life happens, and especially if you're in a position like myself where this isn't your full-time job, this is just a hobby, then it does fall by the wayside. In the last 2 years, I have lost my father. That in itself took a long time for me to try and get through. I then, last year, I remember I did make a video explaining why I'd kind of missed putting anything up, because our home was broken into and all of our personal belongings were stolen, as well as like technical belongings. So I didn't have a laptop, I didn't have a camera, I didn't have anything. And that again took me a while to get over. And then we went to Australia in November, which I was really looking forward to. I'd actually pre-filmed some videos which I edited on the plane on the way to Australia. And then I decided that I was going to vlog Australia, I was going to post all the vlogs up. We were away for just short of 3 weeks, and we arrived back home to find out that our cat had been killed by a car. Now, Daisy that you would have seen in previous videos, I had for 9 years, and 9 years is quite a long time. You know, I know people see the death of a pet differently from a death of a human, but really and truly, it's very difficult to have something in your life for 9 years. You've looked after it, you've brought it up, you've taught it, and then it's not there. And it's not like she died in a way that she got unwell, you know, she had a disease, something was wrong, we took her to the vet and they said, oh, we need to try this, and it didn't work, she needed an operation. My friend, unfortunately, who had to be the real bearer of guilt and bad news to tell us, and my other half's parents as well, was looking after her and she was hit by a car. It was completely and utterly nobody's fault, and absolutely heartbreaking to arrive back from what was supposed to be the holiday of a lifetime to that news. And I just thought, nah, I'm done with life. Like, I thought, I can't have anything else go wrong in these 2 years. I just can't do it anymore. I can't take any more heartache and hurt and trying to get over things, and when I just think I'm getting on top of things, something else happens. I felt like I am jinxed. And needless to say, when we found that out, my life didn't stop at all. When my dad passed away, clearly I took some time off work. People knew that had happened. Again, when my house was robbed, I took just a couple of weeks off work to get the house in order and get it more secure and deal with the emotions that came along with that. When your animal, your little pet, your little family member dies, it's not as widely seen that you should be taking time off work for that, and I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm not saying anybody in my work made me feel like I had to come to work. That was not the case whatsoever. But just in the back of my mind, I thought, I can't take time off because my cat's died, which really and truly, it was horrific. It was horrible. Me and Alan were devastated. I've never ever seen my other half as upset as I seen him when this occurred. So even though you think, oh, well, I have to go back to work, you know, it's a cat, but I didn't feel that way. And I'm sure lots of people will feel the same, in the sense that it doesn't matter whether it's an animal, it's part of your family, and you are devastated when something like that happens. So following that, I went back to work. People are expecting you to talk all about Australia. You've been on this massive holiday, they knew you were going and they want to know all about it. And then you really just don't want to talk about it, because you think, but I've lost my little animal, she's gone. But you're at work and you have to be civil and you have to be professional and you have to be an adult about it. And this is what everybody deals with, be it a human death or be it an animal death or be it just the loss of a relationship, anything. People deal with this all the time, that you just kind of have to keep going. So for that reason, I was keeping going in my normal life, and the YouTube side of things just, and I don't feel I have to apologise for that. I'm just kind of informing you of why I am now saying, hello, it's 2019 and I've not done anything since like October. So I hope you all understand that. I'm sure you will. The reason I'm kind of explaining it is because I'm sure people have been through this and people understand it, and nobody expects anything. So again, if anybody ever finds themselves saying, oh, I'm really sorry I didn't get a video out this week, something just happened, and please don't feel that, because it's life and that is life. And for people who do this as a job, I take my hat off to you, because I think, how could you possibly film videos every week, be on social media, speak to people and be, I don't know, maybe you have to promote things and you are, you know, in the limelight, and then this has happened. It must be so difficult. So take my hat off to them as well. So that was a big kind of rambly explanation, and now I'm going to get into 2019. So this video is not going to have resolutions and goals and this is what I am going to do in 2019, because if I've learned anything in the last 2 years, it is you do not know what is coming and you do not know where you're going to be. So what I'm going to say is the things I'm not going to do. Top of my list, probably one that lots of people do at this time of year. I'm not against it, but I'm not going to be doing it, and that is a diet. Hello. Climbing up my leg now. Come on, up. Come on. So the first thing that I am not going to be doing is dieting. Reason being, I've never really been a dieter. I try to eat as well as I can, probably because it coincides with eating reasonably balanced, being a diabetic. I try my best, but equally I am not a big like clean eating freak, like I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, my body is a temple. I think I've mentioned before, even though I do try to eat quite well, I cook a lot of meals from scratch a lot of the time. Although I try and eat mainly brown, pasta, rice, things like that, I'm not particularly adverse to McDonald's or a Domino's or a takeaway either. So I think everything in moderation. I'm just going to kind of keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully I'll continue to feel a bit better for it. You know, less chocolates after Christmas, that would be a good start, because basically, you know, you're left with millions of chocolates in your house after Christmas. So, you know, try and not eat the whole bag, you know, try and not eat the whole bag of crisps, but don't diet. Don't diet, don't clean eat. I'm not going to be doing this veganism thing. I'm not adverse to it. We have many friends who are either vegetarian or vegan. A lot of the time what I will cook, maybe meat free, and we have cooked vegan before. I like it. I would go into a vegan restaurant and quite happily eat the food. I am not adverse to it, but I like a steak too. I like a burger. I can't deny that. I like a beef stew. So I'm not going to be doing that either. I'm just going to be, you know, living a relatively normal life. If that's boring, I'm sorry, but come on, like these fads, all this stuff, everybody does it. And then, you know, a lot of people who are real, I don't want to say staunch vegans, I don't think that's the right word, but people who are, it's genuinely very important to them and they genuinely do it. I have friends as well who are gluten intolerant, have celiac disease, and it is important to do. The same way for me, as being a diabetic, you know, don't eat 2 bars of chocolate. It's not very good for you. If it's a medical reason or just a genuine belief that you have, fine. But I feel now that some things are coming a little bit faddy, and that won't be me. I also am not going to be like, yeah, I'm going on a health kick, I'm going to gym every single day, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week at 5 in the morning and become buff, because I'm not. I do have a gym membership. I've had one for quite some time. I would say about 3 years ago I was a real avid gym goer. I really got into it, and then like everything, and because of the personality that I have, things just start to dwindle a bit and you're like, do I really need to do this so much anymore? No. I like to keep myself healthy. I like to do yoga and Pilates. That is 2 things that I do try and do quite a bit, and I will be doing yoga with AJ this year. Kind of try and do it every year, and this cat's going to climb up on my boob. Hello. But I will not be like, yeah, gym bod, that's what I'm going to be doing, because as long as my body is healthy, I'm not that bothered what it looks like too much. Now there are 2 other things that I know usually happen at this time of year, and that is dry January and no spend January. Again, I do not think these are bad things to give a go, but for me personally, my birthday's in January, Alan's birthday's in January, 2 of our friends' birthdays are in January. Can you please get up here? Don't claw my leg. Thanks. 2 of our friends' birthdays in January. Not that we would always go and meet with them, but we like to go away on a wee trip in January post Christmas, because nobody remembers January birthdays, just the same way that people who have a 22nd of December or a Christmas Day birthday, they struggle a little bit. So for that reason, January can be a little bit crap. It can be a little bit shitty. So I'm not doing dry January, and I'm not doing no spend January, because I like going away. I like going away, and when we're away, I like having a little pint of beer, I like having a little tipple, and I do like not having to worry about that kind of stuff. not spending as much in January is not a bad thing, because January is always a 5-week month. You've been paid before Christmas, you have no money. So it's not a bad idea. But obviously I am going away, so I will spend money and be relatively frivolous. As for the drinking thing, I do not drink often enough, I would say. Oh, I don't believe this, the cello. And now my neighbour up the stair has decided she's going to start practicing the cello. Excellent. If you can't even hear this in the video, then I'm going to look like a nutter. But I imagine you might be able to, and there's really nothing I can do about it. So I apologise. It might actually be some nice background music. We'll see. If not, I'll try and put something over the top of it. But I apologise if nobody likes the cello. Typical, because we normally practice in the living room, and today I thought I'll go in the back room because it's better for the light. And what have they done? They've came into the back room. I do not drink enough to justify doing dry January. Over the festive period, yes, you drink a little bit more often. It's a given. But let's just say on a month-to-month basis, you're lucky if I have a drink, like we would maybe go down to the pub on a Friday evening, once or twice a month. Even if that, there is some times where I go months without drinking, and it doesn't even bother me. But when I'm on holiday, when there is an occasion, then I do enjoy having a little drink. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I also don't think there's anything wrong with people wanting to have a bit of a dry start to the year after a particularly boozy Christmas and New Year. The only issue I have with that is that a lot of people then on the 31st of January get absolutely blitzed. Now, I don't think I've said this before, but I think you're aware I'm a nurse. If you're not, then for you newcomers, that's what I do. That is my full-time job. And I particularly work in an area where people who drink to excess, shall we say, arrive, especially at this time of year. So I feel the 31st of January is nearly as bad as the aftermath of Christmas and New Year sometimes, because people think, right, I've been off it for 31 days, or 29, because you're never really going to be off it on the 1st, are you? But I've been off it for 30 days, and now I'm going to get back on it hard, and it's just a nightmare. So I'm not doing dry January either. But best of luck to everybody who is. Best of luck to everybody who is doing no spend for January as well. I have actually previously done something similar to this, and the video that I am going to upload following this one will be a bullet journal video, and if you watch that you will see I have done previous months on end without spending money on clothes. I tried to do it for a whole year, didn't quite make it, but long story short, those are the resolutions I will not be doing. I will not be sticking to them, and I hope that just makes me live a life that I like, and whatever may bring my way in this year, I'll take it head on, as I always have. What I am going to do this year though is have what I'd like to call aims. Sounds a bit cheesy. What's the difference? New Year's resolutions, aims. In my mind, my difference is that if you write goals or you write resolutions, a goal is something like you want to achieve. If you score a goal, wonderful. If you don't score a goal, then it's not very good, is it? Because then you're going to lose. If you make a resolution and you either break it or you do not stick to it, then you feel a little bit crap about not doing it. So I'm kind of like me as well. Aims, in my head, the way my mind works, I'm quite a visual person, visual learner, whatever you want to say. Think of a little target which people would aim arrows at. You know, like old school Robin Hood. The target has a bullseye, yeah. Even a dartboard has a bullseye. And then there are all these other bits outside it that if you hit it, it's only going to be a good thing. You're still taking aim, you're still making a shot, unless you completely don't miss, you know, unless you don't hit the dartboard. But you're taking aim, you're trying, and you're thinking, I'm going to hit that bullseye. If you don't hit it, it's not the end of the world. You're still taking a shot. You've still hit something. You're still going to try again, and you're still going to practice to do it. So that's what I'm going to do this year. And there are a few things that I decided I would take aim and attempt to do. Again, I will talk about that in my 2019 bullet journal video. So after this, I will put a little link at the end to the bullet journal videos that I will be putting up. With regards to this situation, YouTube, the internet channels, blah blah blah, I don't ever think I'm gonna be, you know, someone who's like, my aim this year is to grow my channel this much. For the simple reason, I don't even really know how to go about doing that. What's going to happen here in 2019 is I think I'm going to continue my empties videos because I really like them. I really enjoy watching them. I think the good test of a product is if you finished it and you tried it all and you bought it again, or you get to the end of it and think, well, I'll not pick that up again. And continue doing my favourites. Well, not just like makeup or something, you know, foods or TV shows, all that kind of stuff. What have I been loving this month? And then I will probably do more videos on that. That, again, is one of my plans. I think I definitely want to do a little bit more on clothing. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in videos before, did do a degree in fashion before I went to be a nurse. And I love style. I love everything about fashion. I love a bit of capsule wardrobes, I have to say. And for that reason, also being a woman in my 30s, I struggle, I had mentioned last year in a video, with some of the new trends that younger generations are wearing at the moment. And I would like to make videos about style for someone who is similar to me and similar to my age group, and not feel that, you know, you walk into Topshop now and you think, I am far too old for this place. Because I'm not going to lie, in the last 2 years, I don't know how many times I've done that. And then I came to realise that actually, no, I don't need to shop trends. I need to shop, as cheesy as it sounds, key pieces, and then pick select items to cater those trends to me and my age group, my style and my life. So that's kind of what I'm going to aim to do. With regards to talking about no spend January, I would also like to do a bit more of wearing my own wardrobe. I know that sounds really obvious, but people used to make videos with their makeup called Shop My Stash. You know, I'm going to try and just actually wear my wardrobe. I'm going to do a clear out, and then you find things and you think, why haven't I wore that? Because it was in the back somewhere and you've not bloody seen it for years. And again, that's part of that capsule wardrobe thing. That's something I'd like to look into. What else? So there is definitely going to be more vlogs, simply because me and the other half love travelling. And I did actually have loads of footage from Australia, and I did start editing it kind of amidst everything that was happening and just kind of gave up on it. But I am most definitely going to sit down and get a couple of those vlogs done and get them posted as well. So that will hopefully be coming up towards the end of January. And I am away next week for myself and Alan's birthday, and we are going to Bratislava and Vienna. So there will be vlogs from that as well. So that is my plan. That is my plan for this year. I don't want to say I'm glad to be back, because I'm not really, I don't know. It always sits dead funny with me when I'm like, oh, I'm glad to be back, because I know this isn't like a long-term thing for me, but I am glad to be sitting down and making a little video and putting my thoughts and feelings out on the plate there again. And I really hope that you continue to watch. And as I say, if you're new here, please subscribe, thumbs up, all that jazz, and please leave a comment because I love the interactions. And you can go and follow me on Twitter or Instagram. Hold my hands up. I've tried Twitter again. I've tried it in the last 18 months. I just don't think I can do it. But you are much more likely to get me over on Instagram. You can direct message me there as well if you so wish. I love Instagram. I have a really good little kind of group of pals on there as well now that I've met up with. I just love Instagram. I love everything about it. So please add me over there, and I would love to see you over there. I think that's it now. I think that's it for my rambly, slightly moany, this is me, Happy New Year. So I hope you all have a wonderful January. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, depends when you're watching this. And I do hope that 2019 is a really good year for you. I really hope it's a good year for me. I could really do with a break. So I hope that everybody has a wonderful year. I hope if you do have any aims that you hit your bullseye, and all the best. Thanks very much. Bye.